Hello, Phil here from Authentic Vocal and welcome to another video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the fully authentic vocals that we're just about to listen to and that you enjoy the analysis as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, the whippersnapper Barry Manilow is back out there performing live, and as you can probably appreciate, people have been sending me videos, making requests to take a look at Barry's performances to see exactly what's going on. So, as always, the links to these videos are in the description below, so you guys can check them out independently if you want to. And, I mean, Barry is 82 years of age. So, I mean, it's amazing that he's just getting out there, getting up on stage and performing. So we're going to see exactly what's going on. Now, what I have is crowd shot footage of 3 separate performances. So these were separate nights, and you'll be able to tell if you do check out the videos, you'll see that Barry's wearing different things each time, like here, white jacket, and here, all in black. And I think he's wearing a white jacket in another performance, but this doesn't sync up, or should I say, you can see the movements are different, so it's a different night. He's not doing the same things, like he'll walk off to the side of the stage, when in the other performance, he's not walking off to the side of the stage. Now, what we're going to do is, we're going to start off by just listening, because generally, that's a good place to start. If things start to sound exactly the same, or they are exactly the same from left to right when you pan the sound or the vocals, whatever you're listening to, it's a good indication that it might be a replication. So we're going to have a listen to 2 separate performances, one panned left, one panned right. Let's have a listen. And I mean, what's amazing here is, I mean, straight away, you can hear that there's a difference in timing between these 2 performances. So the vocals don't match up. It was a unique vocal on both of these nights. It hadn't happened at another night. So you can hear where his breath actually matches up. And that's, I think, pretty much the only bit that does match. Have a listen. Yeah, so really going out of sync now. I mean, it's great as well because it means that, I mean, I would expect nothing less from Barry to have the fully live band who are playing the songs as a unique version of that song for that particular night, for that particular crowd. Barry is doing a unique version of it, and each performance will have its own natural flow to it. So sometimes it'll be slightly faster, sometimes it'll be slightly slower, depending on the feeling, the mood, and how the musicians interact with each other on the night, but also with Barry, and how he maybe delays his vocal a little bit, be maybe more deliberate with it. Therefore, the instrumentation is slightly slower to accommodate that new feel of that particular performance. So it's great when you're listening to entirely live and unique vocals. So now what I'll do is compare this first performance to now the third performance, because we just compared it to the second. Let's have a listen. I mean, it's great because there are some parts that are ever so slightly in sync, but then it's live. So I say in so many videos, and this is a great example of it, that when somebody is genuinely singing live and when a band are genuinely playing live, i.e. they're just looking at each other for the cues, for timing, and yeah, for that feel, and you know, maybe the particular groove of a particular song, that is stuff that is happening in split seconds on stage that is just unique for that particular time in that particular split second. So it's great to look at something like this that really does show you what a live performance is, and then when you try and match two up, they're never going to match. I'm just going to let it play on. And you couldn't be more out of sync. So just to do all of the comparisons, let's now compare it to the second piece of footage. Now that was closer, but it still wasn't a perfect replication. You could hear the ever so slight change in phrasing. I'll take a little bit earlier. Right, so here, I would say that it's probably the closest out of all of them so far that we've got. So what we can do, obviously we look at it in a lot more detail than just listening to it. So I'll bring on that piece of pitch monitoring software and this as well. And we can start to compare these lines to see exactly what was going on from one night to the next. And what I'm going to do is just move this down a little bit. So straight away, we can see that we don't have any replications going on, and these aren't the same notes. I mean, if I did move it down like this so that we get the lines in the same place, you'll start to see how this particular vocal, even though we're happening, you can see it's quite close with the timing. The pitch data will always tell you whether it was exactly the same vocal or not. And you can see here that we were slightly sharp. We came down to then be bang on. And here, I mean, Barry was bang on to begin with. And I'm just going to move this out the way ever so slightly so that we can get a comparison of looking at this line and looking at this line. Here, maintained slightly flat and then went up. And here, we pretty much bang on, went a little bit flat. And then we came down, and here maintained slightly sharp, and here we came down flat. So it might be sung at the same time, but it's definitely not the same vocal that we're hearing. It's literally happening at different pitches. And this is what you'll find with live vocals. This will happen. The pitches will never be perfectly the same unless it's the same audio file. So as I kind of move this across, the other one kind of just disappeared off the bottom of the screen. I'll see if I can bring it up. Here we go. So again, here, Barry was actually sharp and then got even sharper. And here he was flat and just maintained this held note flat. But again, we can see that this is happening at the same time. Obviously, it's the same song. So sometimes, towards the end of the song, the band and Barry might lock into that same feel of Another Night, but it's not going to be absolutely the same to, a hundredth of a second. But it's interesting, obviously, to see the pitch data because it'll always tell you what's going on. So even though it might, and this might be why some people have requested this, they might hear bits that sound the same. But this really does fall into the category of when a band and when a singer is this good, people, when they're not analysing it, might think, oh, well, that sounded exactly the same. But when you look at the data, it isn't the same. As much as you might try to get these performances to overlap, to seem like they're the same thing, to try and, I don't know, push an agenda that Barry might be miming or lip syncing live, you won't be able to do it. The data, if you're doing it objectively, the data will not allow you to create something that's not true. And this is the great thing about the analysis videos, is that everything that I'm saying is objective, and it's an objective truth. What I'm pointing out, that these vocals do not match up. On these 3 separate nights, there were 3 separate vocals. You could argue that, oh, well, maybe he's just recorded a backing track with the lead vocal on it, and he's done so many of them, and this has happened. We've looked at Mariah Carey on the channel, and she's got a library of backing tracks and lead vocals that she mimes along to, that every time is a little bit different. But obviously, when you look into it in detail, you can pick out all of the little bits from all of the pre-recorded tracks to see which year she was using one particular set and another set, which we have done in a video on the channel. But in this case, the reason why that is not applicable in this case is because the vocal on the backing track would have to predict ahead of time the timing that the band are going to be playing to in the future. So Barry has pre-recorded his vocal thinking, right, well, I know somehow in the future the band are going to slow down this much by, you know, I don't know, 1 or 2 beats per minute for this 5 seconds. That's something you can't predict. And there's no way that this band are pretending to play. They are absolutely playing live. So this isn't something, when it is truly live, this is something that you cannot plan for, and you can't record these vocals in advance. Just to give the opposite example of the Mariah Carey situation, all of those songs that we looked at were synced up perfectly. They were all backing tracks. So then every single vocal could be used on every single performance. It matched up perfectly because the timing was going to be the same no matter what for that live performance. Whereas here, we can hear ourselves that every performance here, the timing is different. So, I mean, that's why, yeah, these are 2 or 3 totally live vocals, which is great because it means if you've got 3 of them, you know, people can send me more performances if you want to, but on this evidence, you're just going to get another vocal on another night because Barry and the band are genuinely doing it, which is, yeah, I mean, just a breath of fresh air, but also massively impressive for Barry, at 82 years of age, to get out there and do these shows and do multiple songs and sing for a long time on stage at that age, but also providing a totally live vocal. So yeah, I mean, this is great to listen to, and it's great to analyze as well because we're only ever going to uncover what is happening. And in this particular case, yeah, we do have genuine performances, genuine vocals, and genuine artistry from Barry Manilow. So there we have it. Thank you guys for watching this vocal analysis video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys at the next one.